freshman year, math class with Mr. Drunken. What a guy. And it was a very interesting time because, you know, I really just kind of hung out with those people I mentioned. And whenever they weren't there, I didn't know what to do with myself. So, you know, one day I'm sitting in the hallway next to the trophy case by myself, eating my lunch, la la la. And this random kid just comes over and sits down next to me. And so at first I'm just like, And then he just started talking to me for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. He was just like, hey man, you see the game last night? No. Who's your favorite team? I don't know. And before I knew it, we actually started getting into this really deep conversation. I couldn't really tell you what it was about, something random, Shaq and Kobe or something. And the whole time I'm thinking, wow, this kid is crazy. Well, just look at him. So thank you, Will Mears, for you know, helping me first take that first step out of my comfort zone. One of the other times, it was before school. It was Halloween, interesting time, and I'm sitting there doing my work, and these two guys walk in. I didn't really look up. I'm just, you know, riding along, and I just hear just a burst of laughter fill the room. And I look up, and it's these two guys, Alex Bernardos and Jackson Davis. And I know some of you are already just like, wow, what a couple of jokesters. And I was blown away because their Halloween costume, they were, you know, like a paired Halloween costume. Jackson was dressed as, I believe it's called a pimp. And Alex Bernardos was dressed as what I could best describe as his male prostitute. And immediately I just thought, wow, these guys know how to live. And they're just a couple of, you know, it's like the great friends that I've made here, and as we all know, friends make good buddies. It's the dumbest class slogan, I don't know. All right, sophomore year, best part of sophomore year, Humanities or Misdemeanor. Definitely one of the best classes you will take at this school. Plus, that was when the school was blessed with the glorious presence that is Dr. Beatonweg. Plus, we got Connor and Emily and Marge and Connor and Fiona and Danielle and Connor. But moving on, sophomore year, I'd say, is when we really started to bond as a class. You know, classes were a lot easier. We weren't really stressing about college too much, you know, and so we were just kind of kicking it. I distinctly remember smiling a lot back then, giving a lot of high fives, but then all good things come to an end. You go to junior year, just drains all the joy out of your life. The most important year of your high school career. It's just a nice way of saying don't mess up or else. It wasn't all bad. And we had the junior retreat, and that was amazing because we had a night where we were gathered around a campfire, and we just had the opportunity just to talk. And at first I thought, you know, only like a couple of us were going to talk, but eventually the entire class stood up and just shared something, you know, really deep and personal. At first I was like, whoa, this is getting really deep and personal. And it was just, that was when we really just started to come together as the class of 2015. Then we had to write a 10-page research paper about American history, and it's horrible. I think you should get rid of it altogether. It's terrible. Testing, SAT, ACT, you're pulling your hair out. That carried over into senior year, you're worried about colleges, you're running around. But then, you know, at the end of senior year, you're just kind of cruising. And then again, we just sort of came together. I mean, you know, we had some bumps here and there throughout the years, but I mean, you know, we came together thick and thin, or however that saying goes. And now we're here. Look at them, just all grown up and ready to head off into the world and leave the nest. Cisco has a mustache. So yeah, and Now, one of those suggestions that I mentioned earlier that I should do was I should do a magic trick, and ask and you shall receive. So I've been working on this in a lot. Ready? Drum roll, please. But wait, there's more. Now is the time. I promised I'd shout out a couple of the homies that really helped me out over the past few years. They're not that special, but I just happen to think they're a lot cooler than everyone else in the room. Don't worry, it's a short list. See here, we've got Eric, and Payne, and Molly, and Luton, and Matt Batter, and Seba, Courtney, Kama, Michelle, Jacob, Valeria, Sammy, Meeks, Jax, Dak Droke, Teresa, Brad, Charlie, Other Charlie, Maeve, Elle, Megan Geffen, Danielle, Montana, Kevin, Jules, Marge, Connor, Ryan, Lyle, Isabel, Chloe, Sam. Which Sam? All of them. Lydia, Dr. Dre, Edgar, Fifi May, Nat Steph, Natalie McDonald, Megan McGuire, Tessa Lenny Cisco Disco, Issa, Yake Plank, M Park, Brooke, Alexa, Brianna, JP. JP kind of sucks. Marcelo, Lindsay, Lexis, Tyler, Jenma, Schwetzers 1 and 2. Sack, Mike Wazowski, Tabalicious, Lila, Ryan Tucker, Kelly, Melissa, Alex, E. Dom, Jonas Brothers, Wiener or Tyrone, Olivia, and Will Mears. Now I know what you're thinking. Whoa, I thought you were just going to shout out a couple people, Khalil. You just called out everyone on stage. And that's because that was a ruse, see? Because actually, everyone on this stage has had just a profound impact on my life. And you know, high school kind of normally sucks. But what was so great about Vistamar, it wasn't, you know, like the amazing teachers or the facilities, that awesome gymnasium we totally have. Its location, you know, I've read Vistamar biography, it's very impressive. But what really makes Vistamar just so amazing is these people on stage. And so I just want to say thank you all just so much for everything that you've done. Now, I have to tell you about the future. I don't want to say up here I see future lawyers and doctors, because what if someone wants to be like a line tamer? I don't know. I don't want to put that pressure on anyone, like you have to be a doctor or a lawyer. There's a quote by Carlos Ruiz Zafón that I like. It's called, "People tend to complicate their own lives as if living weren't already complicated enough." So to help you, you know, in the future, I just came up with 7 simple tips on how to be a successful adult. And I call them Khalil's Tips on Being a Successful Adult. Very creative name, I know. Tip number 1, do what makes you happy. Tip number 2, you don't need money to make you happy. I mean, it certainly does help, but it's not necessary all the time. Number 3, never let anything stop you from doing what makes you happy. If there's an obstacle in your path, hey man, just plow right through that thing. I like to quote my idol and spirit animal, Shia LaBeouf. It goes a little something like this. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true. Just do it! Some people dream success. Well, you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else will quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No! What are you waiting for? Just do it! Just do it! Do it! Number 4. Try your hardest. not to get shot or stabbed. Words to live by. Number 5, always wash your hands after using the restroom. You would think I would not have to mention that at a high school graduation, but I do. Cisco. If you ever feel down or sad, just remember this. You are awesome. Because, you know, sometimes we all get sad. And this is the last one. This is just basically, you do this, you're going places, kid. This is for all of you out there, too. I'm telling you, it's amazing. To be really successful, you just have to work really hard your entire life and get to a point where you think you're financially stable, get a family thing going on if you really want, retire, get really old, and then eventually die. You follow these tips, you're golden. What I'm really trying to say is that it's all downhill from here, really. But honestly, I'm not worried about you guys. I mean, y'all are superstars. You know, whatever you guys do, you guys are gonna excel, you know, to infinity and beyond, like the special snowflakes you are. And with that, I just want to say, you know, from the bottom of my heart, like, thank you guys, like, so much, and like everyone in the Vistamar community. I mean, like, these 4 years have been like pretty great, and it's all due to you guys. So, I mean, thank you for having me up here, and just for everything. You guys are awesome.